Welcome back. You're listening to Chick Chatter on 101.1 The Fam.
You can find 101.1 The Fam on the Odyssey app.
Instagram.
And YouTube.
All right, so we're going to pick up where we left off. Dion, what were you saying?
What I was saying was what he's trying to do is anybody that he feels like will be loyal to Biden in the same way he did in his first administration, anyone he felt that was loyal to Obama, he wanted to get rid of. But what he doesn't understand is those investigative generals, their loyalty is to the government as a
Correct.
whole,
Not to
not
a
to
president.
not to a president. They're supposed to look out for that particular agency, and if they are whomever is within that agency, if their actions is supposed to be beneficial for that agency, and is it, and the government. Right. So his people knew this from the beginning, though. People knew from the first time for his first administration, his tactics has not changed.
Right.
It's just he's always been all over the place. With him, I just don't know. People knew what he was like from the beginning. I don't understand why people are acting shocked. I didn't know that he had in his first term that he got rid of his own appointed investigative general. I didn't know that until I read the article. Inspector General. I didn't realize he had gotten rid of the one that he appointed, because that guy was the one that told about the whistleblower thing.
But that's not shocking. Anybody that's not for him, he's going to get rid of. I think, and a lot of lessons are going to be learned for America. I guarantee you that.
You think?
Yeah, a lot of times not a lot of times, all the time. They can sign all these executive orders they want to, right? But we know, because we know a little bit of politics. I know you got to take it to that Congress, though.
Right.
Yes, certain things.
And they're going to vote against it. Now, because we so screwed with them 2-year voting stuff, a lot of people don't vote every 2 years. They just
they need to. This should be a sign right here.
This is a sign that how many is for us that can even shoot his stuff out of there. So now what we see is we have a president that can sign any executive orders he wants. He has a room full of Congress people that are for him, which means they're going to prove it. It's going to go through.
All three branches are his.
Right. We better hope that he don't change, that he's able to stand there for 4 years. Because once we get him out, then hopefully we can get somebody else in there. We're going to vote in the 2 years, get our people, some people in there. Give him saying, try to flip that house. Get him out in the next 4 years. And when the next person come in, they can sign every executive order they want to take all that stuff that he brought over here.
That's normally what they do. With the IGs, though, they are appointed by the president. So, I mean, first of all, it's probably going to take him some time to find some new ones for each one of these agencies. Like, he got rid of a lot of IGs, like a lot of them. So, and that's not like easy. You can't, they have to go through a process. You can't just put somebody there.
They don't.
But they have to be appointed. And so you have a lot of them that you have to, at this point, find. It might not be, super hard, but you still have to go find these people for these agencies and appoint them.
I think he's going to have to put them back. He's going to have to, rehire them, because it's illegal in what he did. Because
that he has no guardrails. That's my fear. It's like he can do whatever he wants to do. That's my fear.
He can call his son and say, "This your new job. Go."
Yeah, and it's like, that's the fear. There's no guardrails.
That's all I'm saying. And even though Congress is with him, it's still a process. So these people may not be seated with all of these agencies sitting with these empty IG positions for some time, because the process takes a while.
And y'all, I think Dr. Fauci had protection. He ended Dr. Fauci's. He signed an executive order.
You just proved my point. I don't think nothing gonna take a long time for him to do nothing. He's just appointing who he want to appoint. Yeah. He's gonna go in there and say the process don't have to take 30 days. It only got to take 24 hours. That's how insane he is. So no, I don't believe nothing has a protocol at this point. He doing whatever he want to do. Yeah. I put on my TikTok and my Instagram. I ain't never had high blood pressure there. Not never. But I guarantee At this point, I'm gonna tell my doctor I think I need some pills. I'm gonna self-diagnose myself. Because ain't no way I can go through 4 years like this. He been in there for 7 days. How many days?
That's
Hey,
it.
y'all.
6, yeah.
I was gonna say it wasn't 7 days. Yeah.
He started out the gate.
Came out the gate with it.
He ain't did nothing for their eggs though.
Birthright, DEI.
Correct. Eggs still high. Y'all voted for him because eggs was too high, and now you still paying high, and you don't have no job.
Here you go. Yeah. Huh? You don't have no job. You voted for him. Yeah. Good luck with them cheap eggs, though.
Yeah, and they crying on Instagram. I ain't never not had sympathy for people who lost their job. But I've been up there like,
yeah, I don't.
When I tell you I'm not worried at all, not worried.
Nah. I'm worried about people who didn't vote for them losing their jobs. I'm worried about them.
Yeah, they are. I'm really concerned about.
Yeah, but them
now we talking about getting rid of FEMA. We getting rid of FEMA.
Yeah.
We getting rid of the Department of Education. We sending people back to their country who. So this is the thing with the birthright thing. It's not funny. So but my thing is, how far back we going? With the birthright?
That's a good question.
How far back are we going?
That's a very good question. We started in 2095.
Exactly. If your parent came over here and wasn't a legal citizen, naturalized, whatever, was not a citizen and gave birth, and you're a citizen because you were born here. So, but now both of y'all got to go because we got a new law, birthright. So everybody got to go. Like what? How far back we going?
Yeah, I don't know because I want to know when was Barron conceived and born because she came over here and she was not a legal citizen.
Right.
Ooh, he not his only not full USA baby.
That's true.
Shoot, we can send him back. Then his parents come over here.
And his oh God.
That's true. That's true now. He a birthright.
Exactly. Like when did your parents come over here? Your parents weren't born here.
Well, y'all finna pray for me, baby, because when they said they was getting rid of FEMA, I was looking like, let me see that map again when it was the election. Because if you're like Florida,
correct.
Y'all always got hurricanes. So
yes.
Rude. And then
South Carolina be struggling.
Who else could use
California?
Because this is the thing though. So if you get rid of FEMA, because his thing is, push everything to the states. Okay. Right. What is money coming from though?
Exactly. Taxpayers, girl.
Yeah, but that means everything has to change because you can't. Because now you have to manage your money different. That's why they go to the government. That's why they escalate it, and it's a state of emergency. So you declare a state of emergency, and then your governor can request money from the federal government. So if that's not the process anymore, what is money coming from?
Mm-hmm. You don't care. Based on that, you don't get any.
Exactly. They're gonna get it from us. The taxpayer.
We're not gonna have it. We can't. We barely paying our teachers. Like, where is this money coming from?
Girl, they get on, man.
Nothing will be rebuilt. That's what's gonna happen. A hurricane is gonna sweep through, and that's just gonna be it. People gonna be like, y'all remember Miami? It used to be so nice to visit.
It's so sad because look at California. A lot of people.
We used to go. What'd you say, Dion?
Even like with California. With all those fires, a lot of people can't even rebuild because they lost insurance.
Yep. It's sad.
It's sad.
It is. On so many different levels with so many different things.
And the only way they could probably get help is because of FEMA.
Baby, listen. This was the longest short week ever.
Girl.
Every day it was like
every day. But I mean, I expected it just because of who he is.
It's still shocking to hear it go in. It's still shocking to hear the press play button. Like, okay, wow, we're here. We're here.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, we're here.
The last thing I got that showed up in my news feed yesterday was that the Air Force is going to stop showing the Tuskegee Airmen video during their training.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah, so they have a training that they have, but they're going to stop showing the Tuskegee as a part of the DEI program.
The diversity, training stuff. Mm-hmm. He counts it up.
That is one of the pettiest things I have ever heard.
But why do they have to cancel it?
Because he said so.
But this is the one thing. So even though the airports say they're going to do that, I wonder the airports that have black CEOs. If
not airports,
Air Force, the United States
Air Force.
Yeah, the Air Force.
What?
Look, it hit different when you said
right, not the airport. You think
the military, girl, the military.
Yeah, the military.
That's the pettiest thing I've ever heard.
Very petty.
What is your reasoning for that?
DEI.
Very petty.
We don't need
he ain't going nowhere. He's a felon. Like
we don't need you to know nothing about black people in this country, what they did.
Where he gonna go though? It's like 40 countries he can't get in. He a whole felon. Look it up.
It is. You're right.
That's true though. He
gonna be at Largo playing golf.
Yep, you are so
exactly. He don't care.
He can't go where he want to go.
And the last thing before we move on, changing the well, okay. I'll say it when we come back.
I can't. Can you say it now? Because I can't.
Yeah, about changing the order to run a third term.
Oh yeah,
I thought about that, girl. Yeah,
But the way that it's written, any president that served 2 consecutive terms cannot. So Obama would not be able to do it. But
Obama ain't coming back, girl.
He could.
I know. Yeah, I know that. But
okay,
because
we will get back to that. We will get back to that when we come back. Thank you for listening to Chick Chatter. You can find us on Instagram, YouTube, and 101.1 The Fam. We'll be right back.